Croeso, this is James, aka JP Harker, coming to you with another video. This is a TBR video, and we're looking at 2 library books and a gift. So I haven't had to pay for any of these. Now I'll do the gift one first, and it is J.R.R. Tolkien, Tales from the Perilous Realm. Illustrations by Alan Lee. Alan Lee's done a lot of Tolkien illustrations, and they're all rather good. And this book, I did understand that this was, it's a lot of little stories that he's written, and oh look, the adventures of Tom Bombadil. But having actually looked at the back and read a few pages, it's not a Middle-earth book. It's just books that Tolkien wrote, or short stories that Tolkien wrote. And it's, I don't know how to approach that. I'm a big Middle-earth fan, and I don't know what it'll be like sort of reading books that aren't in that universe. The little bit that I have read is called Rover Random, and it's in England, and it's about a dog, and an intelligent dog who the dog can speak, but the children don't understand it. And it's again not something I would associate with Tolkien. I think of him as, well, as most of us do, the father of epic fantasy and what most would call high fantasy, even though that's not what he would consider it. So, we shall have to see about this. It's Tolkien, it's probably going to be interesting at the very least, but we shall see. Now the next couple are mysteries in more ways than one, because I'd never heard of the author before, I've never read anything of his before, but I saw them in the library, which I visit now and then because they have a little spot where children can play, and my boy does like to climb on things. But I saw these and thought, oh, I'll have a look. And the first one here is The Hanging Tree by Paul Doherty. Now, for someone who grew up watching Cadfael, but then read one of the books and thought it was only okay, we shall see, because this apparently follows an investigator called Brother Athelstan. I don't know how much this is going to be derivative of the Cadfael books, but the blurb is London, January 1382, so that's going to be when Richard II was being a very young king. The crown's treasury has been robbed. Tens of thousands of silver and gold coins mysteriously lifted from the most secure chamber in the kingdom. Sir John Cranston and Brother Athelstan are appointed to investigate, but Athelstan has problems of his own. Clement the Keymaster, who helped fashion the complex locks, has been found strangled in the nave of Athelstan's parish. And there's a mention of the Hanging Tree, which is an inn, and that hangmen are being attacked with notes of vengeance. So that could be to do with the Peasants' Revolt, which happened at around that time, I think. I'm not an expert in the period. I know late 13 is Richard II, because I know Richard II is deposed in 1399. At what point the Peasants' Revolt is, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming this is going to be either in the run-up to it or the aftermath of it. And we shall see. I say a mystery in more ways than one. I'll hold it up again, The Hanging Tree by Paul Doherty. And this was the one where the title caught my eye, because it was one of those that was set up like that in the library, and I saw that cover and it looked even better. And this is same author, Paul Doherty, Realm of Darkness. This is this. And this isn't a Brother Athelstan mystery. This is a mystery by someone called Sir Hugh Corbett, who I will almost definitely imagine as looking like Ronnie Corbett. And I've started a few pages into this. I have a very bad habit of starting multiple books at the same time. And I don't know, because this gave me a little red flag. This is 1312, so it's Edward II. And Edward II is absorbed with his favourite Peter Gaveston. Now, I happen to know that that's Piers Gaveston, and I'm not an expert in the period by any stretch of the imagination, but even I know his name is definitely Piers. So why the author has written Peter Gaveston, I don't know, because from what little I've seen, the rest of his research seems fairly solid. And to have made such a basic error, I don't know whether this is something that comes into the plot, whether it's a genuine mistake, whether it's that the author somehow thought that people wouldn't know the name Piers, which is, I don't know, a little silly because there are French names in it that are far harder for an English speaker to pronounce. But I don't know. So we shall have to see about this. Say, a mystery. I've never heard of this fellow before. That is Realm of Darkness by Paul Doherty. So that is it for this video. I shall keep you posted on my thoughts and see if I can recommend these or not. Gonna leave it at that. This is James, aka JP Harker. Hwyl fawr.